Hey, and welcome back to Bain's Bites. I'm Bain. I had some leftover tortillas. I knew I was going to make some guacamole, so we're going to show you how to make my guacamole today. I'm going to show you how to make some pretty easy chips at home if you have some leftover tortillas laying around. There's nothing wrong with bagged chips, but I can tell you these are a lot better. So to get started, I had some leftover tortilla pieces I just chopped up and cut into kind of chip shape, little triangles. We're going to toss them into a bowl. We're going to drizzle a little bit of avocado oil over the top. And just get in there and toss them around, get all the sides, get all the edges, get them coated. Make sure you separate them out and they split. Make sure all the edges and sides are tossed in just a light coating of oil. And then we're going to lay them out on a parchment lined cookie sheet. They can be close, you just don't want them quite to be touching. And once we get them lined out, we're going to throw them in the oven. Again, it's at 400 degrees. Alright, we've got them lined up on the cookie sheet. I'm just going to take some coarse sea salt and hit them all over with it. Get a good seasoning on them, and we'll pop them in the oven. And we'll start checking them after 4 or 5 minutes. It should take somewhere from 4 or 5 to maybe 6 or 7 minutes. And we'll pull them out, and just like that, you got homemade chips. So while the chips are in the oven, I'm getting started on the guacamole. I've got 3 avocados because it's hard to make guacamole without avocados. We got one more here we're going to slice up. We'll cut around the edge. Should twist apart. Sometimes it'll stick, so just keep trying. There you go. So an easy way to get an avocado out of the shell is just grab a spoon, run it right down the edge here in your hand, kind of run around the side. And once you get around, it'll pop right out. So we'll get all 3 of these avocados popped out and in the bowl, and then I'll show you what's next. So it's been 4 minutes. Let's take a peek and see how they look. Not quite there yet, so I'm just going to grab them and give them a little shake. We'll toss them back in. So we've got our 3 avocados in the bowl. This is some fresh cilantro. I'm going to use some more for dinner tonight, but I like a little bit of cilantro in my guacamole. So you kind of make this and tweak it and add it however you want, however you like your flavor. But I like a decent amount of cilantro, not too much. We'll say about that for 3 avocados. I'm just going to chop this up real fine and we'll add it in with the rest of the guac. So we got a rough chop on our cilantro. We'll toss it in with the avocados. Scrape up what's on the board. We'll move on to the next step. The next step is I like a little bit of tomato in my guacamole. So we'll just grab 1 small Roma tomato. We'll dice it up small and throw it in the bowl. So the next thing we're going to add is some jalapeno for a little bit of kick. If you guys know me, you know I like a little bit of spice in my food. So today we're just going to take half of a jalapeno. I'm going to keep the seeds in. We'll give it a small dice. And we'll add it to the bowl. Half a jalapeno. Mix it in. Next thing we want is a little bit of onion. And I've just got a sweet onion right here. So I've got half an onion, but I don't really want the whole half. So I'm just going to cut off 2 slices like this. I'll line them up on top of each other. And we'll just run them right across the arc. Get a nice small fine dice. There we go. We'll toss them in. Alright, we just pulled the chips out of the oven. It was just about 7 minutes. Not too much color. They may seem soft right out of the oven, but once they get out of the oven, you let them dry up and cool off. They'll crisp up like a perfect chip. So I'm just going to take the parchment, transfer it over to a cooling rack. Spread them out just a touch. They're still pretty hot, so we'll let them sit there and cool off. So I just broke off a little piece of garlic. I'm going to throw it in the tube, roll it up, pop it out. Looks like it's about 1.5 cloves, maybe 2 cloves. Good sized cloves, that is. Again, you adjust this however you want it. So we'll get this cleared up and out of the way. I'll grab my press and we'll throw it in with guacamole. So I'll pop in the 2 smaller ones, grab our last clove, press it through, just grab our knife and shear off what popped out, and we're all set. So the last 3 things I want to add is going to be some lime juice, salt, and pepper. So we'll squeeze in half a lime, at least 1 more. We'll get everything seasoned and mashed up, and then we'll taste it and see if it needs some more. Last things I'm going to add is some fresh cracked black pepper and some salt. Now you can use a fork or a spoon or whatever you've got. I've got a potato masher. It seems to work pretty well. We're just going to get things mashed up, mixed together, and give it a taste. See what it's like. If you like it chunky, keep it chunky. Stop around this point. If you like it a little smoother, keep going. Now I like mine pretty smooth. I like the texture just from the vegetables that we've added. So I'll kind of get it good and creamy. That looks about right. 1 more run through. We'll give it a try. So with any good meal that you're making, you got to make sure you do a little bit of quality assurance. Let's see where we're at right now and see if we need to make any adjustments before we serve it. So that's good, but I definitely think it needs some more lime juice. So I've got another lime here. It definitely needs a lot more lime juice, and I usually like it pretty limey. So we're going to squeeze in 1 more entire lime. Grab the masher, mix it in. Just give it a stir since it's already pretty creamy. And I want to save our good chips here for a little bit later, so we'll just do 1 more round and give it a try. Perfect. Let's get it plated up. So chips and guac, even made from scratch at home, really not a big challenge. Takes about 20 minutes, maybe a little longer if you take your time, but something that really makes a huge difference. Is a great way to eat and munch on something while you're cooking dinner. Tonight we're going to be trying some crunch wraps here at home, so at least I know the first course will be great. We'll see how those come out. If you want to see them on a future video, let us know. So I can't wait any longer. We've got these here. I've got to give it a try. Make sure it tastes all right. Nailed it. That's good. Thanks for joining us today. Chips and guac, knocked it out. It's amazing. We're going to get this covered up and thrown in the fridge. We'll eat on it later tonight. But thank you guys for watching. If you like what we're doing, like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, y'all have a great day. Now I got to try 1 more. You got to try this. This is good.